Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Owen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Ribery goes short. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Owen. And Owen! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short, and he's in on goal. Great chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite. That's destined for the flank. Thuram makes the interception. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well read, nice interception. Looking for a runner. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Hakimi. Shevchenko. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Marquinhos. So it is still 0-0. And it's Davids. Grimaldo. Raul. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Ribery. Maldini. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Shevchenko. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Shevchenko. Nesta getting this one clear. Beckenbauer.
This is the time you need that pace.
Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Owen. Nicely weighted ball. Ball in towards the middle. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, this looks sharp. Shevchenko. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And here's Batistuta. Great vision. And this is... And the shot! Seedorf clears. And it's Grimaldo. Shot a goal! Not a bad try by any means. Davids, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Dani Olmo. And he's forced to go back. That's Gerrard. Dani Olmo. And it's Gerrard. Raul. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shapes to shoot! 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. And it's Seedorf. Spread to the right. Davids providing an outlet on that flank. Davids. It's Ribery. Looking for options for movement.
Pretty robust defending.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Raul. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Davids. Thuram. Now it's Batistuta. And that could set him on his way. That's the end of the first 45. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Just a quick announcement, it is now
Some
time
first
for our
half
special
thoughts?
lottery.
It's a bit
Please grab the
disappointing
tickets
the
you're
way
given
the
when
team
you're walking
couldn't
through
make
the
the
gate.
most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Both sides. Roll! That is decidedly lacking.
Raul clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Raul. Ronaldo. Raul, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Beckenbauer. And it's Ribery. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hakimi. Dani Olmo. And it's Gerrard. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Shevchenko. Beckenbauer. And here's the chance to counter.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Gerrard. Raul. Turns back here, probably the best option. And here's Batistuta. Thuram. Pepe. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. That's a shade optimistic. Dani Olmo. And here's Owen. Tries a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Ribery with the short one. Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Owen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's been taken short. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. And here's Owen. Neither of these two want to come off second best. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Pepe. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo going face to face with his... And Batistuta! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Paris Saint-Germain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Galatasaray choosing to make the first change.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Number 24, Ribery. Coming on to replace him is number 5, Mbappe.
Oh, it's Batistuta.
That was lovely, that.
And it's Grimaldo. That's a sharp pass. And here's Mbappe.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Davids. Galatasaray perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Seedorf. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Raul. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That has not gone well. Knocks it into space. Thuram. Crossed into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's only too happy to take that back. And that was very necessary.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Raul. Beckenbauer.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's played through for him. Mbappe. Decent chance! And one more try! And he stuck it away! Finally the breakthrough!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
After 85 minutes is
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Paris Saint-Germain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
substitution for Galatasaray, number 20.
So the first moment of real significance.
Number 23.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially
Number
decisive
10,
now.
Owen.
And it's Cruyff.
Coming on the
That
field.
pass isn't the best.
Number 8.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Number 14. Johan Cruyff.
Can he get on the end of this? And this is having a shot! And a neat finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
I That's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
3 minutes at a time.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left.
The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
Yok Yıldırım almadım daha ya. Alayım ama dur. Hmm. Göz kırptırayım. Ya bakayım dur. Belki gelir yani. Yok. Figo hayırlı olsun. Yok güzel nerede ya? Baksana kim geliyor. Igor geliyor. Aykut Bey çekiyorum senin şerefine. Bu ne oğlum ya? Gelmiyor. Bu düz yalanacak diyorsun ya. Yıldırım gördün mü ya? Vallahi hiç ben beklemiyordum bile ya. 69 top kaldı ya. Evet. Gelebilecek. He. Yıldırım girdi de onunla konuşuyoruz. Beraber onu bir fullleyelim.
İşte bakın ben indiriyorum.
Tamam hadi görüşürüz.
Ya boşa
Yıldırım nasıl fullleyeceğiz onu? Tamam. Dur. Ha, önce takımı alacağız adamı ya. Ha, dur şunları bir sileyim de. Ha, geliyor sesin. Dur yok basmadım. Şunları bir serbest bırakayım da. Evet. Otomatik mi basayım? Basmadım otomatik. Bastım. 107 oldu herif. Şu kulaklığı takayım. Hı. Evet. ...87 oldu. Hı. Evet. Evet. Şut çekme. 7. Tamam. Hızlanma. Aldım. Verdim. Fiziksel temasa mı ver diyorsun? 2. Tamam. Verdim. 0 kaldı. Hızlanmaya verdim. Böyle oldu. O şey daha vermedik ki. Sen söyle. Güçlendirici. Önce güçlendiriciyi vermeyelim mi? Pastan mı aldıyorsun? Pastan aldım. Şuta. Pastan bir tane daha alayım mı? Bak bir. 90 oldu. Evet, şurada 102 oldu. Bu. Golcü içgüdüsü. Hı. Böyle bir adam oldu. Hı. Ofansif. Neye vereyim? Ofansiften aldım. Top kontrolünden alacağım o zaman bir tane. Hıza mı vereyim? Aldım. Böyle oldu şimdi de. 83 oldu fiziksel temas. İyi. Bak şimdi en son. Fiziksel temas dursun ya. Düşüvermesin hemen. Böyle bir adam oldu. İyi oldu bu adam ya. Dur bakayım Aykut ne diyecek? Dur Aykut'a bir sorayım. Bu mücadele ruhuyla şey yok bu adamda.
Yok.
Nasıl bu adam oldu böyle?
Ya hepsi mağlup gayet güzel gözüküyor ama ya bu adamın esas yapması gereken orta. Yani falsosunu yükseltip diğer şeyleri azaltabilirsin.
Falso 92.
Top sürmesi, falso yani bu adam bize ne lazım? Pike yapan orta lazım abi bize.
Evet.
İbrahim Hoca kesecek bu adam ama buldum ki özelliklerine baksana bunda neler var. Şekli var bunda. Bombacı var mı? İn aşağı.
Bu adama tek pas, mücadele ruhu.
Yerine orta, pike yapan orta, ara pası var. Dış pası, kaptanlık, çift vuruş, taban kontrolü, görüşme şut. Moruk basacağı bir bilek hareketi basacaksın buna.
Bilek hareketi mi?
Evet bir bilek hareketi basacağım buna. Yerine orta yapan var, pike var. Mücadele basacağım. Müşteri yani.
Mücadele ruhunu bastım. Pozisyon takibi bir tane. Vardır. Thomas Parry gitti ya. Çok üzüldüm ben.
Sağ kanada vuracaksın. Oradan gelecek açacak abi. Yıldırım'ın sesi gelmiyor bu arada şey ya.
Yıldırım sesin gitmiyormuş.
Ya kapalı onun sesi.
Herhalde. Bilek hareketini. Bilek hareketi var mı bende ya? Bilek hareketi yok bende. Şunda var.
Valla şeyde bulmaya bakacağım. Bir tane onu.
Tamam. Bunda
Beraber bilek hareketi olduğu zaman değişik çalım atıyor.
tek pas yok bak.
Tek pas yoksa tek pas ver. Ara pası var zaten. Dış plase var.
Geliyor mu şimdi?
Pas ver.
Ha, geliyor mu Yıldırım sesi?
Ses.
Yayına mı?
Evet.
Ha şimdi geliyor. Şimdi
Geliyormuş.
geliyor. Şimdi geliyor.
Ha, açtım sesi.
Açmış.
Hafif yüksekten pas ver. Ha, tek pas var. O bas onu.
Bastım.
Alfredo yazık oldu ama yapacak.
Evet. Bunda bir de şey yok ha. Uzak mesafe şut çekme.
Onu da ver onu da. Plasede mi yok? Uzak mesafe plase var. Uzak mesafe şut çekme ver.
O zaman uzak mesafe şutu ver hemen.
Ya daha fazla hani bu adam pas atacağı için güzel. Şutu sonraya bıraktın daha iyi.
Hafif yüksekten pas.
Orta uzun ha bu adam orta oynuyor.
Olan bu yeter mi? Ben de gidelim. Görüşürüz.
Gene bir Alfred'e daha gitti.
Yok, bu sefer Arda Altun'u göndereceğim.
Yavşak var orada. Akrabası var bir tane.
Arkadaşlar geçtiğimiz Perşembe günü oyuncular güncellemeyle birlikte yeni sezona geçti. Bu sezonun başlamasıyla birlikte Konami işbirliği kampanyası getirdi. Fakat hediyeler
Bilek hareketi mi bulacağız buna bir tane?
Evet şey var mı? Ayakkabı var mı? Basılmayın.
Var.
arkadaşlar.
Onların içinde bir aramaya bak.
Başladık. Mayıs'ın 14'ünde de Mayıs'ın ortasında
Evet bilek hareketi önemli.
Mobil'in yıl dönümü kampanyasına gireceğiz. Mesela daha da güzel olurdu. Showtime futbolcular oyuncuların form durumuna göre haftalık AB formları değişen futbolcular. Seri olarak epiklerin de altında kalıyor. Özellikle bedava Showtime futbolcular. Geçen senelerde Konami epik daha çok hediye etmişti. Futboldaki yıl dönümünde Showtime hediye edecek. Konsolun yıl dönümü ise arkadaşlar yazın olacak. 21 Temmuz'da. Onda hediyeler daha da iyi olmakta. Çünkü PES'in çıkış tarihi konsolda PES'in yıl dönümü, asıl yıl dönümü arkadaşlar 21 Temmuz tarihinde. Dünya eFootball günü de
Seçmeli de var mı? Seçmeli varsa bak bilek hareketi hangisinde?
Ulan. Ulan.
Pas vermiyor bak.
Perşembe günü gelenlerle başlayıp yarın üzeri beklenenler. Arada Perşembe yine gelecekler var kampanyayla dolayı arkadaşlar.
Ha top. Ulan be kafadan. İşte bu.
Stadyumda kullanabileceğimiz objeler var. Avatarlar izlediğimizde futbol arasında toplamda 220 futbol arasında kampanyadan dolayı kazanabiliyoruz.
Hemen bas Alfred'e bakalım.
Ama her gün yapmamız lazım. Girmediğimiz günler varsa eksik alırız. Bu haftada toplam
Oyuncu birleşimi.
Alfredo geliyorum.
Evet bir Alfred'e daha kurban gitti. Tamam hayır. Evet güzel. Adamla
O ses neyim kör abi?
şey.
Cırır cırır ötüyor.
Aykut'tan
Ya
gibi.
GF'de oynar. Sağ açıkta oynar. Kava ve Dene. İbrahim Uçur'da. Olise'yi sola da alabiliriz. Bak Olise'yi sola da veya ikisini beraber orada kullanırsa birinden birini kaçırırsın ileriye.
Bir deneyeceğim.
Figo'yu GF yap
Birini
Figo'yu.
kanat birini
Oluse'yi
açık yap.
SA yap. GF yap Figo'yu. Ben de
Öyle
öyle
mi?
yapıyorum.
Tabii birini açık birini kanat yap.
Birini GF yap, birini kanat yap. Ben de öyle
Sağ
yapıyorum.
kanat mı yapayım?
Evet. Veya yani iki
Kanat yap.
kanattan da bir hücum olsun diyorsan
Yani
Olise'yi
birini
sola da
atacaksın,
alabilirsin.
ikisine
Oradan
de
da
ver
yapar.
kaç yapıp ikisine de orta yapabilirsin. Beşliden vazgeç. Dörtlüye ya çevir. Bir tane
Şey
daha forvet.
olursa sen söyle, sağ sol açık olursa beşli iyi oluyor ya.
O zaman da tek forvetle bir şey yapamıyorsun işte. İki forvet olursa daha iyi olur.
Tamam Aykut.
çarptı. Bu adam kafayla çakı çakı.
Tamam. Bir deneyelim.
Ha, baktın İbo vuramıyor. İskeleye yanaşıp kolleri alıyor öyle.
Ben kolleri aldın mı ki?
Yok.
20 topada koller gelir deyivereyim. İzliyorum hadi.
Ha.
Fiziksel temas saat 80 oldu. Ama bak ben de seninki gibi yaptım.
Bu kim ya?
Fiziksel teması falan yüksek. Yani ben bunu sevmedim ya. Bir değişik yani. Öbürü daha iyiydi sanki. Hafif yüksekten pası da yokmuş İlker abi.
Verdim.
Yüksekten pas verdim. Dengeli pas verdim. Ortaya güzel yapsın diye. Tek pas vermem lazım. Açtım şu kontrol yerine.
Sola.
Hava üstünlüğü vermiş. Bu geldi niye gitti anlamadım. Ben eskisiyle oynayacağım. Yenisini pek sevmem. Aslında eskisi daha düşük özellikler ama daha iyi
Football
oynuyor.
is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of
Evet,
noise and
ofans
energy.
farkına doğru.
This certainly matters. And the mood
Efendim?
is boisterous. It is
Hocam
a
Figo
perfect ambiance
ofansifler
for the central
orada
characters
beklesin o.
who are ready
Ha
to
şey. Kontrol hedef mi?
Ha, o ofansifler. Kontra değil ofansif.
Tamam.
Orada bekler o öyle. Geriye gelmez yani.
Tamam.
Luis Figo, now there's a class act.
You can't disagree with that.
Well, he loves to roam across advanced midfield positions, but his most natural position is on the right side, where he uses a very clever brain to go and create.
Veremiyorum ona.
So that's got things underway. And it's Figo. He's had it taken off him. Vardiol. And it's McAllister. For De Bruyne. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Knocks it out wide. Now, can they get him away? Looking to wriggle clear of his marker. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cafu. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Marquinhos. Not the most accurate pass. Pirlo. It's Seedorf. Serginho. That's a good foray he's making. Knocks it into space. Driven in. Oh, good effort.
Yediğim gole bak ya.
Milan! And Milan have the lead. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Thuram charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a searching pass. Spread neatly. He is through here. Goes down, but nothing given. Olise is always looking to play quality balls.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Looking for the run. And here's Doué. Vardiol. And here's Doué. Olise gets over and intercepts. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cannavaro.
Milan genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Now there, great chance! And no mistake. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Galatasaray restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both.
Ya kıracağım şimdi makineyi kıracağım ya. Amına koydum.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Olise, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Nice control. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Doué. Seedorf demonstrating his defensive quality there. Delivered in. Bomo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Galatasaray are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Distributed tidily.
Ya
It was hard to see any better outcome there. And it's Serginho. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Crosses it in here. He's rising!
ulan.
He's hit the crossbar. De Bruyne. And it's Serginho. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? Serginho receives it in a wide position.
There will be
Now
one
it's
minute
Olise.
added time.
Marquinhos makes the interception. Serginho. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
This is a quick reminder to let you know
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead. Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Galatasaray really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Doué with 2 goals already to his name. Threads one in. Vardiol providing an outlet on that flank. pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. And he thumps it clear. Serginho. McAllister is always looking to break lines. Nicely spread. Messi finding himself in space. Ibrahimovic. Galatasaray do have a chance to counter here. Ibrahimovic. That is a brilliant interception. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And it's Seedorf.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Seedorf really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bigo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking for a real chance! Off the post!
Galatasaray really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Nicely weighted ball. Maldini gets a foot in here. Pirlo. Looking for a runner. It's Figo!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Great vision. Messi looking to receive it in space. Taken back almost at once. Serginho.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
A cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Pass somewhat off target. McAllister. Messi. Serginho. McAllister. Now De Bruyne. Vardiol. And Burmo. That ball looks a good one. It's a promising position. And the shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous. And he's kept his team in it.
Milan choosing to make the first change.
Number 23, Seedorf.
They've played it short.
11, Olise.
And he's heaved it away.
Pirlo. Number 22,
Cannavaro.
Figo.
Vardiol.
Number 17,
Will play through for the wide man.
Coming on the field.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Franz Beckenbauer. Number 20, Targets. Number 19, Nedved. Number 10,
And it's
Owen.
McAllister.
Number 5,
De Bruyne.
Mbappe.
De Bruyne. Good driving run. Oh, this looks sharp.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And he's picked it up out wide. Owen with the delivery. Cafu with the clearance.
Galatasaray really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can.
There will be 1 minute added
Opts for
time.
safety. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Beckenbauer. And that will be the final act. Galatasaray perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Pirlo gets it away. And it's Robertson. Robertson. This looks promising. Across it goes. Del Piero. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. That has not gone well.
Portugal have traditionally produced wide men of great flair, and Luis Figo is one of their finest.
Without question.
Yeah, he doesn't have explosive pace to call upon, so he's become a master of dropping the shoulder and making those slalom-like movements to progress.
Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Ibrahimovic!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And here's Figo. Platini. Xavi Alonso. Francisco Conceição.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Played out to the left flank. Robertson. Robertson, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And here's Del Piero. Chance here to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's been taken short. Shot a goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Pirlo was in no mood for any of that. And it's Del Piero. Van Dijk has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Incoming delivery. Ibrahimovic tries to play it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, this looks sharp. Played out wide. Knocks it into space. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Platini. And here's Del Piero. Great ball, shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short. Boca Juniors are looking to go forward now. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Francisco Conceição. Can he spark a counter here? He has found the way through. Now it's Rafael Leao. Pirlo. Over to the right flank. Now it's Figo. Crosses it into the area. Towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Rafael Leao. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Platini. Ball's played through. No, that's been intercepted. Rafael Leao. Antonetti. So, a temporary halt to the action. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Señoras y señores, queremos pedirles su apoyo para nuestra fundación solidaria, una oportunidad en el fútbol. Aquí están los jugadores.
We're on the move again.
Galatasaray are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Gabriel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Saliba. Boca Juniors are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. And this is Shevchenko. And it's Robertson. He's found a way through. Now it's Figo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! Francisco Conceição. McAllister. And it's Conceição. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Robertson. Nicely weighted ball. Conceição receives it in a... And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Xabi Alonso with the short one. Quality ball. Galatasaray have the chance to go the other way. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's going to go a long way. Seedorf. And still we await the first breakthrough. Looking for options for movement.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a throw. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Strokes it back. And here's Zanetti. He's in a great position here. It is a corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pirlo wins the duel this time. Now it's Del Piero. pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Galatasaray clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Good ball, good take. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Boca Juniors are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive system.
Tries a shot!
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 23. Entrará al campo número 18. Se está realizando un cambio.
Galatasaray can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Cruyff plays it short.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Has a look and plays it forward. And they can counter here. And it's Olmo. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. It's out for a goal kick. Boca Juniors making further changes here and in quick succession. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Looking for the run. Now it's Rafael Leao. Into the last 5 minutes.
Boca Juniors really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Boca Juniors have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Robertson and Dani Olmo. Zanetti. Van Dijk produces the perfect tackle there. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a good run down the right. He's picked his way through. And he's had a shot! And it's hoisted clear. Well, they could break here. Looking for a runner. Time added on 4 minutes. Mbappe. Rafael Leao does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's Zanetti. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's onside. And the shot! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That was easy. Almost 2. And there goes the final whistle. Galatasaray perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort.